Okay, hi, I'm Donna Price with Compass Rose Consulting, and I'm thrilled to have you here on the kickoff webinar for the 5x5 Challenge. And the point of this webinar is to really orient you and get you started on the challenge for the next few days, weeks, and so that you are successful in it. And so let's get started. Technology, here we go. So I wanted to just tell you a little bit about myself, kind of weave my story throughout the webinar, but my company is Compass Rose Consulting, started in 2003, really started after having kids and wanting more control over my life and my time. I'm an author and trainer and facilitator, and I've got 18 years of management experience. And over the last, since 2003, 13 years, we've been working on business development and marketing with people. We've just gone through this whole kind of revision and looking at what we're doing and how I'm doing it. So we have a focus on working with women-owned businesses and women-focused nonprofits and socially conscious business, and creating a cascade of prosperity throughout those and out into the community. My vision is to reach and impact 10,000 entrepreneurs, especially women. My first business ever was a chimney sweep, and I have to say it was a fail, and mostly because I didn't know what I was doing as a business owner. So if you're like me, you had this dream to be a business owner, and you have like all these different reasons that you did it, and we each kind of got into it for different reasons. But one of the things that I found is that it takes perseverance, commitment, risk, and courage to really succeed in being a business owner. So I know that I'm focused on building the dream for numerous reasons. Financial is part of it, family and lifestyle, work-life balance. That's my family. We like to bike on tandems. I should say my husband and I like to bike on tandems, and our kids are cheerful while we're doing it. But we also wanted time freedom and the ability to travel and relax and do things like that. So good to know why you're doing this and what's in it for you. I had this misguided perception that if you build it, they will come. And I don't know if anybody else had that. I know that I've worked with a lot of business owners that had that same type of feeling. They love their craft, electrician, massage therapists, lawyers, doctors, they love their craft, but they didn't realize that they were going to have to market their business as well. So I kind of came into business with no marketing experience and found that it's important to know how to market and to be able to put together a solid marketing plan. Part of that marketing is learning to be the expert and learning how to brag about yourself and your business. And for a lot of us, that's really uncomfortable. So that's kind of where I started out. And now I'm going to shift into talking with you about the 5x5 challenge. One of the, like, why do I have these butterflies? You know, and it's really kind of interesting because I had the idea for the 5x5 challenge, and then I found this PowerPoint template with the butterflies. I was using it for this other webinar on heartfelt marketing strategies, and I'll probably throw that up into the members area of the 5x5. But I loved the colors, the feel of the heart and the butterflies. And then as the whole idea of the 5x5 challenge came along, the butterflies were there, and they kind of connected because I remember that story of butterflies, and if they, you know, flap their wings on one side of the world, it can affect the other side of the world. And so that's really kind of the premise for the 5x5 challenge. If we start taking small, consistent actions each day, how does that affect our business results down the road or even immediately? What's the effect of those small actions? Because I think of butterfly flapping its wings as a small action in comparison to me. For the butterfly, it's a big action. So it was so interesting because then I was like, oh, the butterflies fit the 5x5 challenge. Then I ended up on a webinar with a company that takes this really cool game into organizations and plays with teams of people, and they affect change by playing games. And it reminded me of playing solitaire. And you know, that solitaire game that you could play on your computer? I haven't played it in years. But sometimes I would try and see all the next moves. And sometimes I would just start moving cards around, and then moves would appear that I didn't see before. And I've always kind of remembered that metaphor of sometimes you need to take actions because doors appear or moves appear that you didn't know existed before. And so that kind of tied into the 5x5 challenge of taking actions each day to create new doors opening in our businesses and in our lives. So those are kind of the frameworks behind the idea. But it started because I wanted to challenge myself this spring and really kind of shift my business. And one of the things that I found in my book, Launching Your Dreams, so here's the latest edition of the book. Can't totally see it, but one of the things I talk about in the book is that when you talk about what you're going to do, your commitment to that action grows and people start helping to hold you accountable. And the book is about my cross-country bike ride, now a very long time ago, it feels like. And it started off as an idea that I started talking about, and then the idea grew into a cross-country trip sponsored by an international company that marketed the trip, paid me a wee little bit of money to lead the trip. But it started off as an idea, and it became a reality because I shared the idea. And then there's a lot of other parts to that that I talk about in the book. So I thought with the 5x5 challenge, if I started telling people I'm going to take 5 actions, 5 days, like that increases my commitment to it, and it could increase other people's commitment if they join me in doing the challenge. So that's kind of how it was born. My plan is to share my plan and my results and give you the tools to help you track your plan, help hold you accountable to your commitment, and be available to answer questions, give you new strategies and new resources as we travel down this 5-week plan. So the basic idea is to change the results by changing the actions. So it's 5 actions for 5 days for 5 weeks to create a 5-degree shift in results. And that's going to look different for every single person that does it. But that's why you have the 5x5 squared. 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. I know the math is probably not right, but it's the idea. So 5 days. You take 5 actions 5 days per week. So you might decide that you're going to do 5 Instagram posts per day, and that's your action plan. But I'm going to challenge you to take it a little bit further, and maybe you're going to do 5 Instagram posts, 5 comments, 5 reposts on Instagram, and Instagram's your main focus. So it can look like anything, and you don't have to do Instagram at all. But all of your actions are going to be focused on your big focus goal. So the focus goal needs to make it a stretch, and we're talking about one goal here, right? Focused on your business growth, needs to be realistic, doable, but we're stretching, so we're pushing it. And it needs to be measurable, so there needs to be a number connected to it. So make it a stretch. If you're adding 1 new client a week right now, like we each add clients at different rates because our businesses are different and our clients are different. So let's say you add 1 new client a week, then your focus goal of adding 1 new client is where you're at right now. So what would be a stretch? Adding 2 clients a week, and is that realistic? So again, focused on business growth. My focus goal is on my book, increasing sales and speaking engagements related to the book. So all of my actions are going to be around making that happen. So again, you want that goal to be measurable. So if we're looking at the book and saying, I could say, like, where are your book sales right now? Say you've got a book and you're selling 100 copies a month. Well, that's our baseline, so we know where you're at. So if we want to increase that by 5%, then you've got that number, right? Or you want to increase it by 50%, or you just want to increase it from the 100. So each of those you can measure, right? So you're going to determine what that goal says. So on our planning sheet for the big goal, you've got your big goal in a box. You can write it however you want. Excuse me. But again, we want it to be realistic, stretching, measurable, doable, simple, keep it simple. And then you're going to write where you're at right now. So if your goal is to grow your business by, if you've got 100 clients and you want to have 150 clients, then you're going to write that in your goal and your current status. So here's some other examples. Maybe it's to finish your book. So you gotta, or to finish a certain number of chapters. So you're going to write that, finish the book, and then in your current status, you've got, you've got 20,000 words done and you need 20,000 more. Or you've got 5 chapters done, you need 5 more chapters. So whatever it is. Or, like I was saying, if I want to increase sales, perhaps I want my goal to be to sell 1,000 books in the next 5 weeks. Or maybe you have another service or product that you're trying to promote, and you're going to try and increase your sales of that product or service. Or, like I said earlier, add clients, 5 clients, 15, 150 clients. And each goal depends on your type of business. And, if you're a coach, 150 clients, one-on-one coaching, not even realistic to have that many clients at a time. So you have to make the goal realistic. Then you're going to create your action plan. 5 actions per day that move you towards your big focus goal. Review the marketing tips in the members area. So I've got an ebook I'm going to upload to the members area that has 20-something tips on marketing in it. So review those tips and see if they can help you in your action plan. So 5 actions per day, move towards your goal. So here's some ideas from the, I think from the book, but include your blog or website on your business card and all your communications. If I had my business card here, I would show it to you. Include a good call to action on your business card and email signature. So my business card on the back side has call to action, where you can go pick up one of my books for free online. Go download the book. I also have that in my email signature. Use memorable promotion items, so pens or whatever is a good fit for your business, but make it an intentional strategy of why you're doing that. My favorite promotional item was a really cool pizza cutter. We still have it. Use press releases regularly and submit them online. Love press releases. And don't forget your RSS feed. So have a way for people to subscribe to your blog right on your site. And social bookmarking is a great marketing tool. So we can show you how to do that social bookmarking. So this is the plan, really simple again. So I'm keeping everything really simple. This is week 1. There's 5 weeks, 5 pages in there for each week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 actions per day. So again, I want you to push yourself. You can include actions that you're already doing. But if you keep doing the same thing that you're doing right now, are you really going to shift? You could do that you're going to do 1 Instagram post a day, 1 live Facebook or Periscope feed video thing per day, 1 article per week that you're going to post, and then you're going to do other things during the week related to that article. So this gives you the opportunity to create your action plan for the entire week or the entire 5 weeks, and then you've got it. The right side of the right column is for you to jot down your results, like what happened, as a result. So you could look at really kind of detailed results. You got direct messages, or you got shares, or those kinds of things. But write down the results that you're getting for each thing. And then I threw in this other tracking form because I'm going to track some other things too. So I'm going to use this form. I'm going to put in my different social media. So like Instagram, I've got like 490 followers right now. So I'm going to look at, if I post on Instagram every day, do I increase my followers? I'm going to put up YouTube, LinkedIn. I've got like 8,300 connections on LinkedIn. Facebook is like 1,000 on our Facebook page. Twitter's like 6,700. So we've got like big numbers and little numbers, big numbers and little numbers. So we're going to play on all of those different things and see how those numbers change and try and correlate it to the actions that we're taking. And so you could use this form however you want. It's just another form. You could create your own form. You don't have to use any of these forms. Like if these don't work for you or the way you like to work, create your own thing, but track what you're doing. So create a plan, write it down, and then track it. We're going 5 weeks, April 5th to May 10th. So what new habits can you create in 5 weeks of daily practice? I know that I'm going to do my marketing plan, so I'm challenging you to really focus on your business growth plan, and marketing is a big piece of that. And so what's your marketing action plan? And then if you have like a personal plan, you could track that as well. I'm going to try to increase my bicycle riding to 5 days a week and things like that. And so I've already got some daily practices of journaling, and I'm going to upload a thing on tapping, like how to tap, a good way to release fears or mental blocks. And so I'll upload some information about that. So I do some tapping every day. What are the daily practices that you have? Keep them going, and then add on to your daily practices over the next 5 weeks and track what happens. So we're looking for a 5-degree shift, and I decided to do 5-degree shift because it can look different for every business. For me, I'm looking for a shift to increase book sales, speaking, and engagement. And so I'm going to define what that looks like for my business. You get to define what that 5-degree shift looks like for your business. I didn't want to like set it up like 50% or 5%. Like I wanted it to be a little bit flexible so that people could play with it a little bit and make it what works for them. But I'm excited to see a 5-degree shift. There's a free version of this and a paid version. And I did a paid version. Well, what I'm going to do in the paid version, we're going to have a weekly video conference call for masterminding, collaboration, and I'm going to share a marketing tool every week. And I'm going to add resources to the members area. And then there's a private Facebook group for everybody, free or paid. I did paid version because I know I've been in a couple challenges before. And when I'm in the free challenge, I find that I fade out. And I know that for some people, just having a little bit of money in the game will keep you in the game. And so for the paid premium version, it's $55.55 because I played with the numbers and thought it was just kind of fun to do $55.55. And I also know I was in a $10 challenge, and I just felt like $55.55 would kind of up the challenge there. So you're welcome to be in it for free. That's really cool. And you'll have access to the Facebook group, and you'll have access in the members area to the tools we've talked about. You just won't have the weekly conference call, mastermind, and collaboration, but you'll get some of that stuff in the Facebook group. So it's all good. And I already said this, we're going to add some more tip books and marketing calendars and things like that. And so the marketing calendars are actually up there for everybody. There's a social media content planner, and there's a blogging calendar, and they just have ideas to help you, you know, figure out things to blog about, or if you're trying to do social media, things to focus on for your social media. So they're really just idea generators. And the great thing with ideas is it can create a different idea that's not on the calendar at all. So use them. So I want you to be excited. I think I was creating a commitment form, so I am gonna upload a commitment form just for you to sign to yourself that you're committing to 5 weeks, 5 actions. So you're committing to the 5x5 squared challenge. Just so you're saying that to yourself. And I encourage you to come into the Facebook group once you've joined, to say that to the group as well. You do need to join the free or the paid version in order to get into the Facebook group. So compassroadsconsulting.com 5x5-challenge, so 5x5-challenge. And then you can get in the Facebook group and start collaborating with people, meeting people, and I'm going to be in there every day, and I'm excited to get started. I have a lot of work to do on my own plan today and my action plan, and then of course have a big meeting tomorrow. So you'll see me posting later in the afternoon tomorrow, and then we're going to be doing some live Periscope and live Facebook things as part of what I'm doing for my marketing plan. So I'm doing this too. And I hope that you're going to join and be part of it, because I think it's going to be exciting to see that 5-degree shift and what happens over the next 5 weeks to really propel businesses forward. So check it out at compassroadsconsulting.com 5x5-challenge to get started. If you're already in the members area and watching this video as our kickoff webinar, be sure to download the different forms. They're right here in the members area for you. And the link to the Facebook group is here as well. So get over to the Facebook group, introduce yourself, and start meeting people. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group. Have a great day.